Naka-live na ata siya. Sige. So again, we are done with introduction of property, plant, and equipment. Okay, initial measurement, diba? We have different means of acquisition, the property, plant, and equipment at initial measurement, and the same time measuring the cost or the initial cost. So this time, we will discuss, also we have discussed last meeting borrowing costs, which is part of the initial cost of the property, plant, and equipment, particularly the qualifying asset. Okay, so before because it will take substantial period of time before the asset can be used. So therefore, once complete na ang construction, for example, of the qualifying asset, and that's the time we measure the initial cost, which includes the capitalizable borrowing cost. Okay, so we have from specific borrowings and we have from general borrowings. So this time, let's proceed with the subsequent measurement. Diba? So property, plant, and equipment is initially measured at cost and subsequently measured using cost model or evaluation model. So, di ba? So, to compute the subsequent measurement under cost model, that is cost of the property, plant, and equipment less the accumulated depreciation, then that's the carrying amount. That's the subsequent measurement, the carrying amount. While on the revaluation model, you just need to compute the revalued cost, the revalued accumulated depreciation, then you can compute the subsequent measurement or the revalued carrying amount. So this time, di ba, to compute the carrying amount, di ba, the formula to compute the carrying amount, that is a cost. Dali lang ko mag-share sa PCAS. Okay. So we're now talking about depreciation. So for us to compute the carrying amount or the subsequent measurement, diba, under cost model or evaluation model, we need to compute, diba, the accumulated depreciation. It's either the original accumulated depreciation or the revalued accumulated depreciation to compute the subsequent measurement of our property, plant, and equipment. Okay, so to compute the carrying amount, diba? So this is depreciation, not even by depreciation. So depreciation is defined as the systematic allocation of the depreciable amount of an asset over the useful life. So basically, this is an application of the expense recognition principle under matching principle. Diba? So under our conceptual framework or basic accounting, diba, we have three types of expense recognition principle or under matching principle. You have the immediate recognition, you have the cause and effect association, and the systematic and rational allocation. So depreciation is under the systematic and rational allocation, diba? So you match the revenue to the expenses. Okay, so that is depreciation. So systematic, so we recognize expense based on the useful life of the property, plant, and equipment. Okay, so here under depreciation, we have formulas, diba? Formulas to familiarize or dapat i-master. So you have the cost. Okay, cost minus the residual value. What do you mean by residual value? Diba? We have discussed this already in your basic accounting. So you say residual value, morning value na in case ma-fully depreciate na ang property, pwede pa sa mabaligya. Okay, example kana sa mga skala plastikan, di ba? Namoy ref, for example, di ba, pwede pa na sa mabaligya. So kan value niya nga pwede pa sa mabaligya after pila ka years na gigamit nimo sa or fully depreciated siya, that is the residual value. Okay, so residual value or salvage value, that's the same. So cost minus the residual value. Okay, cost minus the residual value, that is your depreciable amount. So take note of the terms, depreciable amount. Okay, so when we say depreciable amount, that is cost minus the residual value. Okay, to compute the carrying amount or the subsequent measurement, this is now the subsequent measurement, the carrying amount. Okay, it's either under cost model or evaluation model, still carrying amount inyo i-compute the subsequent measurement. So depende lang at original ba at cost or the revalued carrying amount if you use the revaluation model. Okay, so cost minus accumulated depreciation. When you say accumulated depreciation, di ba accumulated? So basic accounting, tanan depreciation expense for the whole period or kung pili na sa ka-years na gamit. So that is accumulated, gitibo. Then that you can compute now the carrying amount. Okay, changes in the salvage value, depreciation method, and useful life of property, plant, and equipment is accounted as change in accounting estimate or the application is prospective application. Okay, so because the useful life, the salvage value, and the depreciation method to be used to our property, plant, and equipment, that is based on estimates. Diba? So, okay, mayon ta ang ref, siguro 3 years na namo sa magamit or ang equipment, 5 years na namo sa magamit. Kanang 5 years is based on our estimate, di ba? Based on our professional judgment. Okay, so anytime pwede na ay changes because that is only based on estimate. So what unsa atong buhaton? Okay, if ever there are changes on the useful life, on the salvage value, and even to the depreciation method used. Okay, so therefore the application is it is accounted as change in accounting estimate. When you say change in accounting estimate, the application is prospective. Okay, unsa gay ng application prospective? Diba? So I guess na-explain na ako ni sa inyo what is prospective application. Okay, what do you mean by prospective application? Sige, manawag ko ha. Kung walay mo tubag. Basin na yung leave da yun. Nagida isa ni leave. Wala, prospective application. What do you mean by prospective application? Kanang future, sir, moving forward, next period na ma-apply ang changes. Di ba we have discussed this during the sa investment part, 'di ba? Katong reclassification, 'di ba? The application is prospective, 'di ba? Okay. So, if there are changes on the salvage value, depreciation method, and even the useful life, the application is prospective. Okay, dili retro ha, dili retrospective, instead prospective. So, if you say prospective, 'di ba? Unsa na, 'di ba? Kung kanus sa change, dito ra sa maotro, then on the succeeding periods, succeeding years or future years from the time change siya and the next period nag-change nimo siya. Okay. But when you say retrospective, retro, di ba? Retro, pabalik. So, you say retrospective, kung nag-change ka karon, dapat ang previous periods nimo imo pong otrohon kung unsay mong gigamit karon. Okay, so that is retrospective. But again, if there are changes on the accounting estimate, on the depreciation method, and even on the useful life of the property, plant, and equipment, then it is accounted as change in accounting estimate or the application is prospective. Okay, kung diri ka nag-change, di ba, onwards. Okay, but when you say retrospective, nag-change ka diri, ibalik nimo, kung diri ka nagsugod, tapos diri ka nag-utro, balik ko nimo ni diri hantod na future period. So again, so the application is only prospective. Therefore, from the date of change onwards lang ang application. Okay, no need to retroact. Okay, so take note of this at the end of the useful life of the asset. So if nagamit na ang asset, di ba, for the whole useful life niya, the carrying amount should equal to the residual value. Take note of this ha. At the end of the useful life, di ba? So kung fully depreciated na ang imong property, plant, and equipment, the carrying amount should always, this is always, equal to the residual value. So again, always equal to the residual value at the end of the useful life. Diba? Kung 5 years, on the 5th year, dapat ang carrying amount sa imong property, plant, and equipment is equal to the residual value if naay residual value. Okay, if wala residual value, then zero ang balance at the end of the useful life. Diba? Fully depreciated. Okay. So, again, At the end of the useful life of the asset, the carrying amount should equal to the residual value. So dili dapat moubos ang carrying amount sa imong PPE lower than your residual value because this is the value, di ba? Once fully depreciated, mo yung value nga pwede pa siya mahalin. Okay. So under depreciation, we have different depreciation methods. Okay, di ba? In your basic accounting, we only discuss straight line. Diba? So as far as I could remember, I only discussed straight line method, diba, in the basic accounting discussion. So I don't know if under your senior high, diba, gi-explainan mo other methods. Okay, but this time we will discuss different types of depreciation or different methods of depreciation. Okay, so you have, diba, so we have first, you have the equal or uniform charge methods. So you say equal or uniform charge methods, diba, yung depreciation expense is equal all throughout the years. So equal yung depreciation mo all throughout the year. So you have under this equal or uniform charge method, you have the straight line, diba? Basic depreciation method, you have the straight line. So take note that under depreciation method, our base amount, diba? The base amount, okay, in depreciating your property, plant, and equipment, the base amount or katong basihan nimo nga amount is the depreciable amount. Diba? Take note ha, the depreciable amount. Okay, depreciable amount, which is cost minus the residual value. This is your base amount before you depreciate the property, plant, and equipment. Okay, okay. All the methods, all the depreciation methods, depreciable amount ang basis except for, wala sa idiretsa, except for double declining. Okay, take note ha. All depreciation method, the base amount is depreciable amount except for the double declining balance method. Why? What's the basis under double declining balance method? The base amount is equal to the carrying amount. Okay, not the depreciable amount. Okay, again, all depreciation method, diba, the base amount is depreciable amount except for double declining balance method or declining balance method. Okay, because the base amount for declining balance method is carrying amount, not at depreciable amount. So again, the computation, you have the depreciable amount, cost minus residual value, that's depreciable amount, and carrying amount is that is cost minus accumulated depreciation, then that is your carrying amount. Okay. So let's go back to the equal or uniform charge methods. Okay, you have straight line. How to compute the depreciation under straight line? So depreciable amount, that's cost minus salvage value, divide the useful life, and that is your depreciation expense. Okay, balik ta. Entry, pag na-depreciation. O, diba? So, DEPEX, accumulated depreciation. O, that is the entry. Okay, saro ha, malimtan pa ng entry. That's basic accounting. Okay, second method under equal or uniform charge method, you have the composite method. Okay, si composite method, so unsay concept sa composite method? What if you have several assets tapos pare-pareha ra nga asset like you have equipment 1, equipment 2, equipment 3, machine 1, machine 2, machine 3. Okay, so we could use the composite method, di ba, or group method, that's the same. So here, di ba, so as a whole nato i-compute ang depreciation. Okay, dili as per asset. Okay, so you have here the formula. So based on formula lang ni sa, but again equal gyapon ng imong depreciation expense ani. So composite life, you see composite life, this is the average life of the property, plant, and equipment. Because like for example, machine 1 has a useful life of 10 years, machine 2 5 years, machine 3 3 years. So unsay average life ana nila, di ba? If i-group nato siya, i-composite nato siya. Therefore the composite life, di ba, that is the average life of the whole asset, of the group of assets. So how to compute the composite life? So that is total depreciable amount, again depreciable amount, okay, divide by the total annual depreciation. So ang button nimo dire to compute the composite life, so you just need to compute separately, di ba, the depreciable amount of the each asset, at the same time the total the annual depreciation of each asset, and then you add all the balances, you total the balances for every asset, then that's the time you divide. Okay, to compute the composite life. So that is the average life of the whole asset. Okay, so that's total depreciable amount divide total annual depreciation, then that is your composite life. Okay, composite rate. Okay, when you say composite rate, this is the average rate, okay, depreciation rate for the whole asset, di ba, as a group. Okay, this is the average rate, okay, depreciation rate for the whole asset. How to compute the composite rate? That is total annual depreciation, okay, divide by the total cost, then that is your composite rate. Okay, then to compute the depreciation expense, so I just need to correct this one, no, dili sa based on depreciable amount. Okay, this should be cost. Mali niya, dapat cost na siya times composite rate, that is your depreciation expense. So again, under composite method, still depreciable amount imong basis. Because diba, you just lump sum lang nimo, average lang nimo siya, but still you need to compute, diba, individual basis before you compute the average or the composite life and composite rate. Okay, actually diba, illustration in the book clear man siya. Kaysa nga illustration sa libro. Okay, so that is equal or uniform charge method. So yung depreciation expense dire equal all throughout the period or all throughout the useful life. Okay, not unless na changes, di ba? Na changes sa useful life, na changes sa salvage value, or na changes sa depreciation method. Okay. Second method, we have the variable charge or use or activity method. So kani siya, this is based on the, di ba, variable. So when you say variable, dili sa fixed, dili sa equal ang imong depreciation expense. So it would be based on the activity or, di ba, or use. Okay, so di ba unsa sa ka gamit ang property, di ba? Or unsa ka gamit ang property, unsa activities, di ba, nga ginagamit ang property, plant and equipment. Okay, so normally under variable charge or use factor activity methods, di ba, it will based on the hours, it will based on the activity, or it will based on the production or the output. So under this method, you have two. You have the working hours or service hours, and you have the output or production method. Okay, so under this method, again, the base amount is depreciable amount. Okay, depreciable amount divide by the total useful hours. So example ani is a photocopier, di ba? Machine. Di ba ang photocopier, even the printer, na sa maximum na kaya lang niya i-print, di ba? Kung makabantay mo, butan na to, kaya sa photocopier like 1 million pages. Okay, 1 million copies lang ang kaya niya, maximum capacity. So if we depreciate, okay, if we depreciate the photocopier based on output or variable charge or activity methods, based on the outputs, di ba? Because based on the copies na iyang ma-produce, so atong buhaton, output or production, so butan na to 1 million ang 500,000 ang worth sa photocopier. Okay, if there is a salvage value, di ba? If fully depreciate siya, pwede pa siyang mabaligya, basin pwede pa ang mga parts niya, di ba, magamit. Okay, so divide it by the total output na 1 million niya kaya niya i-accommodate, kaya niya i-print, then times dayon ka sa actual units. Kung pila for a year, pila ang actual na produce. Okay, that is how we compute under variable charge or use factor of activity method. So working hours pod, okay, so we have mga property, plants, and equipments na gina-depreciate siya based on the working hours. Di ba? Kay I think this is applicable for mga planta kana mga diba, mga manufacturing companies. Siguro there are some equipments na they will depreciate it based on the hours used. Okay, ang property, plant, and equipment. Okay, that's the second method, variable charge or use factor activity methods. So again, the base amount is still there. Depreciable amount divide by the total kay useful hours, di ba, nga expected sa magamit, or divide by the total estimated units or outputs or production nga kaya i-generate sa isa ka PPE, then multiply it by the actual hours or actual outputs or units, okay, for the whole year or for that certain period. Third, we have the decreasing charge or diminishing balance method. Okay, kagaya na first equal, second variable, depende kung pila ang actual use, di ba? Pila ang actual output. Number 3, you have decreasing, charge, or accelerated, or diminishing balance method. So we say decreasing, so every year, the depreciation expense nagkaubos, di ba? Diminishing siya. So decreasing imong depreciation expense. So year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, so magkaubos siya. Okay, so under this method, you have the sum of years digits. Okay, so again, the base amount is depreciable amount times the fraction that is equal to the depreciation expense. Sir, unsa nang fraction? So when you say sum of years digits, gina-depreciate siya, more on you need to compute the nasa formula, di ba? So what's the formula? So under sum of years digits, SYD, that's life times, andun na. Okay. Life times life plus 1 divide 2. Okay, that is how you compute the denominator under sum of years digit method. Okay, so let's say this is the denominator. Tinamban ta, data sulat. Okay, SYD. Okay, di ba? The formula is life times life plus 1 divide 2. Okay, so this is your denominator. Yung makompute ani, that is your denominator. Okay, pag makalimot mo, sa ni pag-compute, denominator. Okay, let's say 5 years ang useful life. So useful life is 5 years. So that is 5 times, di ba, 5 plus 1 divide 2. Pila man na? That's, okay, that's 5 times 3. Di ba? So 6 divide 2, that's 3. So 15. Your denominator is 15. Okay, para kung makalimot mo o kalimot mo sa formula ani, so pwede na po niyo tinamba nun. So kung 5 years siya, that's 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Ilan na? Diba that's 15. 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15. Okay, if makalimot mo sa formula, you can tinamban. Okay, so kung 20 years, diba, kapoy good magtinamban kung 20 years. So if you know the formula, okay, pas siya. Okay. Again, the 15 is your denominator. So yun, saan na siya pag-apply, di ba? So depreciable amount times the fraction. So mo ni may tabo. Tinamban ta 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that's 15. So that's the denominator. That's the denominator. Okay, to compute the depreciation expense, this is for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Okay, di ba? Kaya ang concept sa sum of years digit, mas magamit nimo ang, di ba, decreasing siya. So sa first year, mas dako yung depreciation expense. Sa second year, lower. Third year, mas ligamay. Fourth year, mas ligamay. Fifth year, di ba? Why? Ang concept niya sa sum of years digit or sa diminishing or decreasing balance method is sa first year of operation, mas gamit ang property, plant, and equipment. Diba? Kaya, for example, bago pa siya. So, di ba, ang productivity niya, paspas, or even siguro, ang iyang output daghan. Okay, so mas useful siya sa company. Pag amo to second year, of course, di ba, example, nanay naguba. So, di ba, dili na sa same sa iyang performance sa first year. How much more on the third year, di ba? Magkaubos siya. So magining murag nag-depreciate kid imong property, dili lang in terms sa iyang value, but at the same time sa iyang performance or sa kaya buhaton sa atong PPE. So that's the concept of atong diminishing or decreasing balance method. Okay. Based on the fraction, di ba? Kung tanaw ninyo, mas dako gyud ang depreciation expense on the first year because 5 iyang numerator. Diba? On the second year, 4, 3, so nagkaroon siya kaubos. That's why diminishing siya. Again, this is the formula to compute under sum of years digit method. Okay, so again, so to compute the depreciation expense for year 1, that's 5 over 15, depreciable amount times fraction 5 over 15, that is your depreciation expense. Okay, let's go back to the slide. file. So that is sum of years digits or sum of year SYD method. Okay, the second method under decreasing or accelerated or diminishing balance method, you have the declining balance method. Diba? The concept is declining balance. So again, so every year magkaubos ang imong depreciation expense. So under declining balance method, you have it depende kung naka 150% ra ba siya or naka 200% double declining. So you say 200%, that's double declining balance method. Okay, o say ang problem yung double declining kasabot, that's 200% or times 2. Okay. So how to compute the depreciation expense under double or declining balance method? Again, maura ni ang lahi nga depreciation method. Maura ni ang lahi nga depreciation method nga lahi og base amount. The base amount is what? Carrying amount. Take note, carrying amount, not depreciable amount. Therefore, carrying amount, that is cost minus accumulated depreciation times the percentage. Sir, how to compute the percentage under the declining balance method? Let's say you have a 5 years useful life. Okay, you have a 5 years useful life. Okay, under declining balance, you have 5 years useful life. Okay, how to compute the percentage or the depreciation rate? So, depende kung it's 150% or 200%. Okay, so how to compute? Okay, 5 years ang useful life, just do this one, 1 divide 5. Diba? 1 divide 5 years, that's 1 divide 5, that's 0.20. If 150% times 1.5, that is 30%. This is now your depreciation rate. Then if double declining siya, times 2, then that is 40%. So therefore, your property, plant, and equipment will be depreciated every year for 30% if 150%. And if double declining balance siya, your property, plant, and equipment is depreciated 40% every year. Based on what? Based on that's the base amount. Okay, based on the carrying amount. Again, based on the carrying amount, not on the depreciable amount. So again, no, so sa first year, sayon pa pag-compute. But pag abot og second year, you need to compute the carrying amount. Why? Because sa first year, wala pa kay accumulated depreciation because first year pa nimo. But on the second year, okay, nanakay accumulated depreciation. Okay, di ba? Because 2 years na siya. So again, take note of that. Okay, so let's go back to the... Okay, so that is the methods under decreasing charge or accelerated or diminishing balance method. Okay, there are other methods. You have inventory or appraisal, you have retirement method, and you have replacement method. So, di lang ako sa i-discuss, na ako lang i-discuss kanilang common na ginagamit na depreciation method. Okay, so question so far before we proceed to the sample problems. Question. Questions. Wala question. Wala. Before we proceed with the illustration. So I guess wala no. Wala man mo chat here. You can unmute yourselves pod. So wala man. So let's proceed with the illustration. So kanina, this very comprehensive illustration, di ba? So covered na ni tanan, di ba? Because the question number 1, depreciation expense, 5 years pa dyan ang gipangayo. Tapos number 2, accumulated depreciation. Number 3, question, you have the carrying amount, di ba? So in this case, okay, in this problem, sa tubuaton ani, so given the information, so all methods diba gihatag nako, straight line, composite, working hours method, output method, sum of years digit method, and double declining. Double declining, therefore 200% okay, ang imong or times 2 ang imong rate gamiton. Okay, so let's answer this problem number 1. So dito lang ko sa kana. So just look in your copies kay para dirita mag-answer ta. Okay, so the problem natay tulo ka machine. You have A, B, and C. So machine A, B, and C. So given you have cost, pilay cost ni machine A, that's 5 million, 5.5. Kang B, that's 2M. Kang C, that is 400,000. Okay. Okay, that's the cost. Again, that's the cost of the machines, A, B, and C. You have residual value. Okay, you have residual value for machine A, you have 500. For machine B, you have 200. And for machine C, wala residual value. Okay, equal. So therefore, D, si tawag ani. Pag 55 minus 500, si tawag anang amount. That is your, okay, that is your depreciable amount. Okay, that is your depreciable amount. So that 5M, 1.8M, and that's 400,000. Therefore, this is your depreciable amount. Okay, tapos natay estimated useful life for machine A, that's for 20 years. Okay, that's 20 years. For machine B, that's 15 years. And for machine C, that's 5 years. That's the useful life. Okay, estimated life of each machines. Okay, since problem number 1, straight line method ang gipangayo una. So let's compute first a straight line method. Okay, for this, for 3 machines. So this is annual depreciation. For machine A, that's 5 million divide 20, pila na? Diba? Annual depreciation, that's 250,000. Okay, for machine B, that is, how much for machine B? Annual depreciation. You have 2M cost minus 200,000 residual value, 1.8 million, that is the depreciable amount divide 15 years, so that is 120,000. Okay, how about machine C? That's 400,000. Walang residual value, therefore the depreciable amount 400 divide by 5 years, that's 80,000. Therefore, how much is the total depreciation? That is 450,000. Okay, under straight line, the answer is 450,000. Diba? This is because the question is depreciation expense. So wala sa gingon kang A, B, o C ba? Therefore, the question is total depreciation expense ni A, ni B, and C. Therefore, the under straight line method, okay, the total depreciation every year is 450,000. Okay, 450,000. Okay, that's the answer for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Because again, straight line equal depreciation every year. Good thing yung machine C walang residual value. Diba? Walay residual value because if nanay residual value ang machine C, the depreciation on the 5th year kang machine C dili sa equal to 80,000. Dapat, 'di ba? Minusan nimo sa residual value. Okay, so we have problem on that later. Okay, so 450,000. So this is the answer, 'di ba? Simple ra kayo, sir, straight line method. Okay, how about the second, composite method? Okay, under composite method, actually the answer is still the same, 450,000. Okay, dili lang, we need to compute the composite life and the composite rate. Diba? What's the formula again to compute the composite rate? Say formula sa composite rate. Oy, formula sa composite rate. Okay, total. Unsa? Total accumulated depreciation? Okay, total annual depreciation divide by the total cost, di ba? Pili total, again, cost ha, cost ang ipangayo. Pili cost ani, this is the cost. 5M plus 2M plus 400,000. So the cost is 7.9M. Okay, therefore, total annual depreciation divide by the total cost. How much is the annual depreciation? That's 450,000. Divide by the total cost. Okay, pila na? Composite rate is equal to pila ang composite rate? Pila ang composite rate? Okay, that's 450,000 divide 7,900,000. Pila na? That is equal to, okay, let's say 5.70%. Okay, or 6% kung inyong gi-round off. Okay. So 5.70 kasi pasabot ana, composite rate, this is the average depreciation rate for the whole equipment as a whole. Kanang 7.9 kung ato silang i-group, okay, that is the average depreciation rate for the whole machinery, di ba, as a whole. Okay, that's 5.70. Next is, what is the formula to compute the composite life or the average life of the property as a whole? Okay, what's the formula for the composite life, to compute the composite life? Total depreciable amount divided by the total annual depreciation. Therefore, pilay total aning depreciable amount nato? That's 5 million plus 1.8 plus 400, that is equal to ilan na? 7,200,000, di ba? This is 7.2M. Okay, so the formula, total depreciable amount divide by 450,000 annual depreciation. So that's 7.2 million divide for 50,000. Therefore, how much is the composite life? Or pila ka years? Okay, how many years is the composite life? Therefore, that's 16 years. So, si pasabot anang 16 years. On average, di ba, kung i-average nato the whole machinery of the company as a group, whole asset kaning ABC, nasa lay average nga life nga 16 years. But kung tanaw na to isa-isa, di ba, 20 si A, 15 si B, 5 si C. But on average, di ba, so that's 16 years di mo sa pwede magamit. That's the useful life of the machineries as a whole. Okay, so basically problems on under kaning group method or composite method, ang ginapa-compute sa inyo, composite life and composite rate. But the depreciation expense is still equal to the straight line method. That's 450,000. So the answer is 450,000 Japon from year 1 to year 5 because diba that's under equal or uniform depreciation method. Okay. Second, third question, working hours method. The third method, working hours. So we depreciate working hours. So this is under variable, di ba? Variable method. So working hours. So depreciate the machineries based on the number of hours used, di ba? Kung pila sila ka oras ginagamit sa kumpanya. Okay, so this is variable. So depende, like for example, for the first 6 months, intensive ang paggamit, but for the next 6 months or for the first year, grabe ang paggamit. For the second year, wala kayo sa gigamit because siguro dili na kayo sa like for example, kung naka-facing, di ba? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 ang inyong kumpanya. So di na sa no longer needed sa phase 2, so gamay ra na lang siya magamit. So depende kung pila sa ka-hours si gamit. So we depreciate the machines based on the working hours used. So you have A, B, and C. Again, what's the base amount under this method? What's the base amount to compute the depreciation? Okay, the base amount is your depreciable amount. Okay, so therefore the depreciable amount under A, that's 5M, B 1.8M, and C 400,000. Okay, so based on the information given, you have additional information. Okay, estimated hours na pwede magamit si machine A, di ba? For whole 20 years, 100 hours na siya pwede gamiton. That's the maximum capacity or maximum nga pwede nato gamiton si machine A. Si machine B, pwede na siya gamiton for 70 hours. And machine C, pwede na siya gamiton for 30 hours. This is the, kumbaga, estimated, di ba nga, pwede sila magamit. Okay, so pila ni per hour? Pila day ang per hour, ani? 5M divide 100 hours, 100,000 hours. That is, okay, 50 per hour. So that's 50. Machine B, pila ang machine B? Okay, that's 25.71. And for machine C, you have okay, 13.33. Sir, si pasabot ana, this di, kumbaga mo ni ang value sa per oras. Mo ni ang depreciation. So kung gamiton nimo isa ka oras si machine A, mo depreciate na sa 50. Diba? Kung gamiton nimo isa ka oras si machine B, mo depreciate na sa 25.71. Okay, so kung gamiton pod nimo si machine C for an hour, okay, mo depreciate na iyang value to 13.33. Okay, so again, so that's 50. This is the based on the estimated, 'di ba, use na hours. So therefore, pilang actual, 'di ba? So variable siya because from time to time depende pila ka years na nimo gamiton. Okay, for year 1, for machine A, okay, 15,000 hours. 15K hours. For machine B, that's 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. And for machine C, okay, 10,000 hours po sa gigamit for year 1. Okay. Therefore, pilay depreciation ni machine A. That's 50 times 15,000 hours. Okay, that is 750,000. For machine B, that's 25.71 times 10 hours, 10,000 hours. That's 257,100. And for machine C, 13.33, that's 133,300. Therefore, the question is total depreciation man, you need to add. Okay, 133,300. So the total depreciation for year 1 is 11, okay, 1140,400. Okay, so that is the answer for year 1. How about for year 2? Okay, year 2, so 50 gapon. Okay, year 2, you have pila ka hours na gigamit. So for year 2, under machine A, 10,000 hours. Machine B, 8 hours, 8,000 hours. Machine C, you have 5,000 hours. So same ra gyapon, di ba? 50 ra gyapon ang rate. So that's 50 times 10,000 hours, that is 500,000. Then 8,000 hours times, pila to? 25.71. Pila? 8,000 times 25.71, that is okay, 205,680. And for machine C, that's 5,000 hours times 13.33. That is okay, 66,650. Okay, therefore, the total depreciation for year 2 using the working hours or service hours method, okay, that is 772,330. Okay, that's correct. Okay, this is the depreciation for This is the depreciation for year 2. Okay, dili lang sa taman ha kay mahurot atong oras kung ato pang year 3, year 4, year 5. Okay, as long as you know the computation, di ba? So, depende la pila ang gamiton na pod for year 3, so times to the rate. Okay, that's the fixed rate. So, not unless na it changes. Okay, so kato lang yung gamiton. Okay, so question pod karon, how much is the accumulated depreciation for year 1? Okay, the answer is kani. Diba? Because entry ani DepEx accumulated depreciation 1140. On year 2, how much is the accumulated depreciation? Pila man? Year 2, how much is the accumulated depreciation using the service hours method? Again, how much is the accumulated depreciation on year 2 in this problem? Ilang accumulated depreciation? How much is the accumulated depreciation on year 2? Pila? Year 2 ha? Okay, the answer is okay, 1912730. So, again, accumulated depreciation, tanan depreciation. Okay, so i-add nimo ni 1140,400, that's 772,330. So, di ba, inani may tabo? Oh, sige, journal entry ta, year 1. Di ba, entry nimo, DepEx, accumulated depreciation, 1140,400. This is for year 1. 1140,400, 1140. 400. On year 2, your entry is DepEx, accumulated depreciation, that's 772, 330, and 772, 330. But that is your entry. Okay, that is your entry. Again, DepEx is a nominal account. Diba? Depreciation expense is a nominal account. How about accumulated depreciation? It's a contra asset account, but it's a real account. Therefore, the balances will be forwarded on the next accounting period. Pag real account, di ba? Okay, so depreciation expense is a nominal account. Again, di ba, subject to closing, di ba? Every end of the year, we need to close all the nominal accounts. Therefore, kung ang pangutan na how much is the depreciation expense on year 1, the answer is 1,140,400. How much is the depreciation expense on year 2? The answer is 772,330. Ayaw i-add. Don't add ha. Ayaw i-add ang year 1 o year 2 pag expense ang pangutana. Because again, di ba na zero out na ni, gi-close na nimo ni. Okay, so ang mabilin nga expense on year 2, 772. But if the question is how much is the balance of accumulated depreciation on year 1, the answer is 1,140,400. Okay, how much is the accumulated depreciation on year 2? Okay, the answer is not 772,330. Again, this is a real account. Therefore, nakay beginning balance nga 1,140 plus the current year 2 na 772,330. Therefore, the balance of your accumulated depreciation is equal to 1,912,730. Okay, so add na ha. So again, accumulated depreciation, total depreciation. Okay, total depreciation from year 1 up to unsa na sa nga year karon. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Okay, so let's proceed with the next method. You have the output, di ba? Based on output. Okay, output method. So we depreciate the machines based on their production, di ba? Pila ilang ma-produce based on their production or units produced or outputs. Okay, so in the problem, you have A, B, and C. Again, the base amount is still a depreciable amount. So that is 5M, 1.8M, and 400,000. Okay. So divide, di ba? So A expected estimated outputs na kaya niya i-reproduce si machine A, that's 500,000 units. Okay, machine B kaya niya i-produce for the whole period 200,000 units. Machine C kaya niya i-produce 80,000 units lang. Okay, therefore, how much is the cost or depreciation cost per output per unit? Under A, that is, A, that's 10 pesos. So, pasabot ani, di ba? Every time nga, kita, for example, photocopier ni, di ba? So, kung every time, kuan lang kayo, murag dili ra realistic kung photocopier ha. So, every time nga mag-photocopy kang isa ka page, so gis na ang value sa depreciation ato. So, although dili sa realistic sa photocopier, but for the purpose of illustration, this is the application. Okay. Si machine B, pila ang per output niya. Okay, that's 9 pesos. And machine C, that is pila? Okay, 5. Therefore, every time nga na output, di ba? Isa ka papel or isa ka output, isa ka unit, okay, money depreciation niya. Okay, for year 1, okay, pilay output ni machine A. Actual output ni machine A, that's 50,000. So, times 50,000 units. Okay. Kang machine B, pilay na-produce niya nga output, that's 30,000. And machine C, that is 25,000. Okay. So, on year 1, pila ang depreciation expense ni machine A? That's 500,000. For machine B, pila? That's 270,000. And for machine C, that is 125,000. Okay. Therefore, the total depreciation expense for year 1 using output method, that is 895,000. Okay, that is the answer for year 1. Okay. Of course, for year 2, pila ang na-produce, actual na-produce. You have 50 gapon kang machine A, tapos 25 kang machine B, then 20 kang machine C. Okay, so that is 500,000. That's 25 times 9, pila na? That's 225,000. Then 5 pesos times 20,000, that is 100,000. Therefore, on year 2, the total depreciation expense is pila ni? 825,000. Okay. Bantayin ninyo, tanawa ang additional information. Dito ta kang machine C. Even sa hours o sa outputs, kung i-total nimo ang year 5 ni machine C sa hours, that's 10,000 plus 5,000 plus 5 plus 2,500 plus 2,500. That is pilay total ana. Pilay total ana. Kanang total hours ni actual service hours ni machine C for year 1 to year 5. Kanang actual. Pila? 80 ba? Ako na, that's units mo na yung i-compute no sa hours ta sa hours. Hours, pila. Okay. So that is that is 25 o kulangan og 5k. Actually na tama, kulang og 5k dapat di ay idungagan dai ni 5k dai siya. So nay error ani ha. So nay error ani dapat within 5 years mahurot siya, dapat 5,000 siya. Pero napoy mga cases na siguro wala sa nahurot pero because the life is 5 years man pod, pero okay ra ni siya. So dapat ang kaning illustration abot ni siya og 30,000 ang total. So kulangan sa 5k. Tama ni kulangan og 5k. So ato lang i-assume niya kadang 5k, di ba? It's nasa year 3, year 4, year 5 sa ato sa idugang. Okay, di ba? Kung tan-aw niyo sa actual outputs, pila ang total outputs ni machine C, that's equal to Ito 80,000, di ba? Na ay nag-compute gayon na. So 25 plus 20 plus 15 plus 10 plus 10. That is 80,000. That is equal to the estimated outputs na kaya niya i-produce. So therefore, pag nahurot na niya, okay, so mano to siya. Okay, so kada ha, so that is R's based on R's and outputs or variable, okay, variable method. So question so far. Okay, question so far. Okay, so we're done with number 4. Let's proceed with number 5. Sum of years digit. Okay, sum of years digit. Diba? So lahi ni. Okay, tulo sa ka machine. So you have A, B, and C. So SYD na ta, sum of years digit. Sa ito yung formula na to, ane? To compute the denominator. What's the formula? What's the formula of sum of years digit to compute the denominator? Okay, life plus, ha? Okay, dapat life times, okay, life times life. Sa lisod ba i-type? Sige, so di ba that is life times life plus 1. Okay, divide 2. Ah, di ba? This is the correct formula. So, butan na to. Kang A, pila yung useful life ni A? 20 years. Si B, 15 years. Si C, 5 years lang. So, kung magamitan na itong formula ani, pila ni ang denominator ni? That's 20 times 20 plus 1 divide 2. Pila ni? Pila ang denominator? That's 210. Okay. For machine B, that's 15 years. So 15 times 15 plus 1 divide 2. Ilan eh? Okay, 120. Machine C, that's 5. 5 plus 1 divide 2. That's equal to, okay, 15. Okay, this is our denominator. This is our denominator. Okay, so again, what's the base amount? Diba? What's the base amount under sum of years digit method to depreciate? Okay, based on depreciable amount. Therefore, the depreciable amount for machine A, that's 5M. For machine B, that's 1.8M. And for machine C, 400,000. Okay. On year 1, unsa tong fraction ani sa year 1? Ka machine A. Sige daw, year 1, what's the fraction to compute the depreciation for machine A? Okay, that's correct. So 50 million times, 'di ba? The concept of sum of years digit or decreasing method, 'di ba? Mas nagamit siya on the first years compared to the succeeding years. Therefore, mas dako ang depreciation sa first year kay bag-o pa siya compared dito sa second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Okay, so since machine A, that's 20 years man siya, so 20 divide the denominator we computed 210. Okay. How about machine B? What's the fraction? Okay, that's 15 because first year divide 120. Okay, third, machine C, that is, okay, 5 divide 15. Okay, therefore, pila ang year 1 ni machine A, B, and C? That's 5 million times 20 divide 210. That is, bungkig, sir. Okay, bungkisa, di ba? That's 4,761,90. Okay, the whole number lang na to ha. So next, machine B, pilihan depreciation expense for year 1. 1,800,000 times 15 divide 120. Okay, that is 225,000. How about machine C? That's 400 times 5 divide 15. That's 133.33. 1,000 man din eh. Okay. So, pilay total depreciation expense on year 1 using sum of years digit method. That is, pila? Okay, 8, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Okay, this is the depreciation expense on year 1. Okay, year 1. How about year 2? Okay, year 2. Oh, pila na yung fraction na to, ane? Okay, year 2, machine A, unsay fraction na to, di ba? At so, pila? Okay, that's correct. Ay sa. Okay, 19. Second year, 19 divide 210, di ba? The denominator. Okay, for machine B, that is 14 divide 120. And for machine C, that's 4 divide 15. Okay. So, again, multiply by the depreciable amount. Okay, pila ni? For year 2, that's 5 million depreciable amount times 19 divide 210. That is 452. Okay, 452,381. Okay. Machine B, you have 1,800,000 times 14 divide 120. Okay, that is 210. Okay. So, ang naminaw ra gid rin no kaning nanubag sa atong chat box, di ba? Okay, sige. Machine C, that's 400,000 times 4 divide 15. Okay, that's 106. Okay, 667. Okay, so that's 452,381. So 210 and 106. So the total depreciation expense for year 2 using sum of years digit. Okay, pila? That is 7. Okay, 69048. Okay, this is the depreciation expense, okay, on year 2. Okay, another way to compute, question. Okay, based on this kaning answer nato, how much is the accumulated depreciation on year 2 of machine A? Okay, akong question ha, how much is the accumulated depreciation on year 2 under machine A? How much? Okay, the correct answer is 928,571. So add lang ni, diba? Add lang ni 476,190 plus the 452,381. Okay, another way to compute. Sige daw, diba? Sige, tagi ko a shortcut way to compute the accumulated depreciation under sum of years digit. Gi-add ninyo, di ba? So, another way, diba? Kung nanabay nakakuan sa inyo saan pag-compute para shortcut siya. So, another way to compute the 928,571, that is, pila ang depreciable amount? That's 5 million times Di ba 2 years na ang nilabay. So 20 og 19. So i-add lang nimo ang numerator nga 20 plus 19, that's 39. Divide 210. Pila na siya? Pila? Shortcut, di ba? Another way to compute, di ba? The accumulated depreciation. Okay, that's pariha, di ba? Pariha ra siya. So that's 928,571. Okay, 57. Okay, 1. Because there are some problems na ang ipasolve sa inyo, pila ang accumulated depreciation, nakasum of years digit. So you can use this formula. So idiretso ninyo siya, 5M39, kung 2 years, kung 3 years po siya, so 20 plus 19 plus 18 divide 210. Okay, kung 4 years po siya, okay, so inana siya. Okay, sige, mangutan ako ha. Okay, how much is the accumulated depreciation of machine B? Okay, how much is the accumulated depreciation of machine B on year 3? Again, how much is the accumulated depreciation of machine B on year 3? Year 3 ha? Pila? Okay, how much is the accumulated depreciation of machine B on year 3? Okay. Correct answer is, okay, let's see ha. Okay, di ba? So B has a depreciable amount of 1.8 million. Okay. Times the denominator is 123 years siya, so that should be 15 plus 14 plus 13. That's the 3 years. 15 plus 14 plus 13, that is 42. Divide 120, that is your accumulated depreciation. Times 42, divide 120. The answer is 630,000. Okay, di ba sayon ra? Di ba sayon ra siya? So, kana lang kay usay para po paspas mo answer, pwede mo shortcut kung depende sa pangutana sa problem. So I guess you are okay with some of years digit ha. So ang uban basi makalimot sa formula, tinamban na lang mo. Like for example, allowed sa ganito formula. Okay. So pwede mo tinamban. So kung 5 years siya, nakalimot mo nga life plus times life plus 1 divide 2. So tinamban ka 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. That is equal to 15. Okay, that is tinamban. Okay, so let's proceed na. So, di lang ako i-answeran tanan na because I know ang importante kabalo taon sa pag-compute. Okay, let's proceed with number 6, double declining balance method. Okay, A, B, C. Again, under double declining balance method or declining balance method, what is the base amount? Okay, the base amount is your carrying amount. What's the formula to compute the carrying amount? Formula to compute the carrying amount. Okay, that's correct. Cost minus accumulated depreciation. Okay, let's start with machine A. Machine A has a useful life of 20 years. Machine B, 15 years. And machine C, 5 years. Diba? So, pag-compute, to compute the rate, depreciation rate under declining balance method, okay, how to compute the rate, depreciation rate? 100 useful life times 2. Okay. Di siya 100. 1 lang siya. So, kani, this 1 divide 20 times 2. Ilan eh? 1 lang siya. 1. 1 over 20. So, 1 divide 20. That's 5% times 2. Okay, that is 10%. 10% is your depreciation rate. Okay. Machine B, that's 1 divide 15 times 2. Divide 15. That's 0.6. Diba? 0.6, 6.67% times 2. That is 13.33%. For machine B, that's 1 divide 5 times 2. That's 1 divide 5. That's 20% times 2. That is, okay, 40%. So, yun si pasabot ng percent. This is your depreciation percentage. Diba? So, every year, your property, plant, and equipment, your machine A will depreciate 10% based on what? Based on your carrying amount. Okay, based on the carrying amount. Okay, so 10% every year based on the carrying amount for machine A. Machine B will depreciate 13.33% based on your carrying amount every year. And machine C, okay, will depreciate 40%, okay, based on the carrying amount every year. Okay, so we have now the percentage. So for year 1, okay, pila ang depreciation expense on year 1 ni machine A? Again, times the carrying amount. Pila ang carrying amount on year 1 for machine A? Carrying amount. Pila ang carrying amount? Okay, what's the formula again to compute the carrying amount? Cost minus accumulated depreciation. Diba? So, pila yung cost ni machine A, cost ni machine A, that's 5.5. Question, naano ba yung accumulated depreciation on year 1? Okay, that's correct. Wala pa, di ba? Wala pa because year 1 pa. Okay, so our basis now is ang cost pa nila tanan. So, kani, pilay cost ni machine B, 2M. Again, we are based on carrying amount, not on depreciable amount. Okay, machine C, that's 400,000. Therefore, 10 million times 5.5 cost, that is 5,500,000 times 0.10. So that is 550,000 depreciation for machine A. About machine B, that's 2 million times 13.33. 0.13. Okay, pila? That's 266, 600. Okay, and for machine C, that's 40% times 400. That is 160,000. Therefore, how much is the depreciation expense on year 1? That is 550 plus 266.6 plus 160. Okay, that is 976,600. Okay, that is the depreciation expense on year 1. Question, how much is the depreciation expense on year 1? How much is the depreciation expense on year 1? Okay, the answer is 976,600. Another question, how much is the accumulated depreciation on year 1? Okay, it's the same, di ba? Same lang, 976,600. Another question, how much is the carrying amount on year 1? How much is the carrying amount, okay, on year 1? How much is the carrying amount on December 31, year 1? Pila? Okay. The correct answer is 6,923,400. Sir, how to, di ba? Ang say formula, carrying amount, cost minus accumulated depreciation. Pila ang cost? You have 7,900,000, di ba? 7,900,000 ni. Okay, minus the accumulated depreciation of 976,600. Therefore, the carrying amount is 6,923,400 for year 1. Okay, question. Okay, question, how much is the carrying amount of machine A on year 3? Okay, tanaw na to if, di ba? How much is the carrying amount of machine A on year 3? Okay, on year 3, how much is the carrying amount of machine A on year 3? Ha? Sige, other answers. Ending. Pamin ko year 3, that's December 31. Okay, December 31, year 3. Okay, December 31, year 3. At the end of year 3, what is the carrying amount of machine A? Okay, at the end of year 3. Apa? Answer? Okay. Sige daw, ang uban. Okay, the correct answer is, okay, nala ko nakitaan isa tama nga answer. Okay, the correct answer is 4,009,500. Okay, di ba? Answer, I think the one got the correct answer first, si Rain Jim Samson. Okay, 4,009,500. Okay, tinambanon na to ha, tinambanon na to. I know yung gibuhat, tinamban ninyo siya. Okay, so year 3 ta, year 3, di ba? Pila gani ang cost ni machine A? That is 5.5 M. Okay, on year 1, times ta og 10%, that is 550,000. Siyempre, this is your cost. This is your accumulated depreciation on year 1. So on year 2, minus 550,000, di ba? Because based on carrying amount ta. So 550K. Pila ni on year 2? Imong base amount. That's 5,500,000 minus 550. That is 4,950. Times 10% na pud ka. Okay, that's times 10. That's 4,950,000. Oh, year 2 man eh. Pagka year 3, pilay base amount nimo. At the end of this is beginning of year. Sige, base amount nimo sa year 2, 4,950. Base amount nimo sa year 3 minus na pagkag 4,950,000. That's 24,950 minus 495. That is 24. Ano, nag-24 na ko. Sa 5M raman tana. Diba? Isa, mali. Okay, so that's 5,500 or 5,500,000 minus 550. Dapat 4,950 ran eh. Okay, 4950 times 0.10, that's 495, tama na ni. So that's minus 495. That's 4,455. Muna imong base amount sa imong year 3. So times sa pagkag 10%, that's 4,455.50. Okay. Carrying amount pa ng pangutana, di ba? So, minus na pud ka nga 445.50. So, that's 4,455 minus, sir. This is now the carrying amount on year 3. Year 3. Okay. Yan ninyo pag-compute. Yan ninyo pag-compute. Okay, di ba? Taas-taas ang procedure, di ba? Taas-taas ang procedure. Okay, another way to compute. Di ba? Another way to compute para paspasiya, carrying amount ang pangutana, pila ganito, 5.5 ang cost because based on carrying amount, pila ang depreciation rate niya? Pila ang depreciation rate sa machine A? That is 10%, di ba? 10%. Shortcut ha to compute carrying amount, di ba? 10%. So every year makaon sa 10%. So every year pila iyang carrying amount? 90%. So times 90%, this is year 1 times 90%, this is year 2 times 90%, this is year 3. Pila? Sige daw. Pila ni? 5.5 million, 5,500,000 times 90% times 90% times 90%. Di ba? That's 409,500. Okay, this is how you compute para shortcut siya. Okay, di ba? That's third year. Sir, what if 20 years man yun, sir? What if 10th year? Oh, napulo kay nani 90%. So 5 times 90%, 80% antod mabutog 90%. That is the carrying amount. Okay, that is the carrying amount of the property, plant and equipment if naka-declining balance method siya. Okay, that is how you compute para shortcut siya para dili sa time consuming. Kay what if ako pangutan na carrying amount on year 15. O di ba kung maging-ani mo ugma pa mo mahuman. Di ba? Times 10 and ana, di ba siya? Okay. So kana exact na siya, mabangga na siya. So inani siya para paspas. At the same time, pwede po ni siya to compute the accumulated depreciation on year 3 minus ra ninyo 5.5 minus kani. Di ba? So that's 5,500,000. That is 395,450. So what if CA sa tanan isa-isahon ninyo per machine because lahi man siya og percentage. Di sa pwede average. So isa-isahon ninyo, sir, what if CA tanan sa tanan machine, sir? So kani yung buhaton, kani kang machine A, kang machine A, kang B mag 2M na pud mo times bungkig ra ba to, di ba? Kani medyo bungkig lang ni iya 13.33. So that's 100 minus 13.33. So isa-isahon ninyo, asa ninyo i-add? Kay lahi-lahi man sila og rate, so dili siya pwede ma-average pag declining balance siya. Okay, so inana ha. So inana siya pag compute. Okay, so at the same time kung mangutan na pila ang accumulated depreciation on year 3, kung naka-compute na kag kayong amount, di ba? Ang difference aning duha, that is your accumulated depreciation. So that's 5,500,000 minus 4,009.5. So that is 1,490,500. That is your DEPEX. That is your accumulated depreciation for year 3. O dahan pwede pangutan na dire pilang carrying amount, pila ang depreciation expense, pila ang accumulated depreciation. Okay, question. Clarification. Nawala. Loading pa, sir. Sige, sige. Ipaload sa. Okay, basta na clarifications, na questions. So dili na ako ni answeran ning uban ha. Ito ra ta sa number 1 kay kung nanakay number 1, you can answer number 2, di ba? Accumulated depreciation, ipang-add lang na tanan depreciation na compute nimo sa number 1. Tapos if na po kay accumulated depreciation, you can answer number 3, carrying amount. So just minus the cost minus the accumulated depreciation per year, then that is the answer already. Sige, question. Pangutanan na mo kay last meeting na nato ni. Wala na. Sir, katong shortcut na part sa 13.33 sa last na mag-round off sa decimal. Si pasabot sa last period na sa so last period, like for example 15 years, on the 15th year na siya ba? Pwede na dito na ka mag-adjust. But again, take note ha, on the 15th year, diba, the carrying amount of the machine B should always equal to the residual value. So i-adjust na lang ninyo, like makakompute mo carrying amount on the 14th year, tapos dapat on the 15th year, pila to yung residual value, 200,000, diba, 200,000. Dapat on the 15th year, the carrying amount of the machine B is equal to 200,000. Okay, so for example, kung naamoy 500,000 sa year 14 nga carrying amount, dapat pag-abot og year 15, the balance is 200. Therefore, pila imong depreciation expense? 300 on year 15. So, inana sa pag-adjust. Okay, inana sa pag-adjust. So, pwede ra on the last year na ka mag-adjust. Okay, another question. Napa? Napay question? Dog yung isda, guys. Okay, question. Basta napay pangutana. Okay, wala na. So, let's proceed with problem 2. Problem 2. Kani siya, sinitabo aning problem 2. So, night changes, di ba, na nahitabo. So, unsay na otro ani. Okay, so let's read the problem first. Turtle Company purchased equipment on January 1, 2016 for 5 million. The equipment had an estimated 5-year service life, and the depreciation policy for 5 years is to use 200% double declining balance method for the first 2 years, and then switch to the straight line method, straight line depreciation method. Okay, so naitabo dire, gikan January 1, 2016, first 2 years niya, 2016 and 2017, unsa nga method ang gigamit? Okay, double declining method. Okay, starting third year, di ba? Third year onwards, the method used is straight line. Okay, so di ba? So question right now, on December 31, 2018, compute for the following. Pila ang depreciation expense, pila ang accumulated depreciation, pila ang carrying amount. Okay. So again, di ba? Change in accounting estimate, change in depreciation method, the application is prospective. No need na, di ba? Kano sa ka nag-straight line starting January 1, 2018, di ba? Because 16, 17, double declining ka, on 2018, straight line na ka. So therefore, because of the change, ayaw na i-retro. So magsugod ka 2018, straight line na ka onwards. No need to balik pa ka, straight line ni mo balik ang 2016, 2017. Okay, because the application is prospective, not retro. Okay. So, sige daw, kasi makatawag answer ani. Diba? Depreciation expense, accumulated depreciation, carrying amount. I know some of you, di ba, nag-answer na or tana, nanay nag-answer. Di ba? So, sige daw. Di ba, sir, unsaon na pag-apply? So, I'll wait for your answers. Okay, how much is the depreciation expense on December 31, 2018? Pilang accumulated depreciation on December 31, 2018? And how much is the carrying amount on December 31, 2018? Okay, medyo dili kay sa complicated problem because wala residual value gihatag. Di ba? Wala residual value gihatag. Kaya kung nanay residual value, medyo, di ba, medyo kuan siya. Medyo complicated problem siya. Sige daw, be. Let's compute. Butangin lang number inyong answer. Like, kung depreciation expense ba na, 1, amount, 2, kung accumulated, kung carrying amount. Okay, I know some of you nag-answer na siguro. So, i-share inyong answer, di ba? Let's check if tama ba siya. Sige. Kay ako po siyang i-solve balik. Awat ang uban, di ba? So your answer is okay, sige, ang uban. Number 1, 600,000. Depreciation expense, 600,000 daw. Sige, tapos number 2, 3,800,000. Aman ang uban. Sige. Okay, sige. Magdili sure no kanang mga question mark. Sige daw, 'di ba? Isa pa, kanana pa isa mo answer. Wala na yung provide answers nila. Sige, let's solve Okay, let's answer. Okay. Problem 2. So, January 1, 2016, nagpalit og equipment, cost 5 million. Okay, 5 million. The equipment has a useful life of 5 years. So, year 1 to year 2, di ba, double declining balance method gigamit. Therefore, double declining balance method, di ba, compute sa tao rate. So, double man, so that's 200% or times 2. So, that's 1 divide 5 times 2. So, pila na ka percent? That's 1 divide 5 times 2. That's 40% depreciation rate. Okay, on year 1, since double declining ta on year 1, what's the base amount pag double declining? Based on carrying amount. Therefore, the carrying amount on year 1 is equal to the cost, di ba? Because wala pa kay accumulated depreciation. Therefore, the cost is 5M. Okay, the cost is 5 million. 5M times 40% diretso. This is your depreciation expense on year 1. So 5M times 40%, so that is 2 million. Okay, 2 million DepEx, depreciation expense on year 1. Siyempre, on year 2, okay, minus the 2M, di ba? So this is now the carrying amount because that's 3M. So this is now year 2. Okay, 3M times 40%. Pila na? That's 3 million times 0.40. So that is 1,200,000, 1.2M. That is now your depreciation expense on year 2. Di ba? Year 2 lang taman ang double declining balance method. So, yun sa sunod buhaton. Because starting year 3, straight line na ta. So, nag-straight line na ta starting year 3. So 2M ang first year DepEx, 1.2M ang second year DepEx based on declining balance method. How about third year nga naka-straight line na? So, yan sa buhaton. Okay, so compute the carrying amount first. Okay, compute the carrying amount starting year 3. So, therefore, the carrying amount, that's 3M minus 1.2. Diba? This is now the carrying amount end of year 2. So, that is, ilan na? 3 million minus 1.2. That's 1,800,000. Okay, that's 1,800,000. This is now the carrying amount on January 1, 2018. Okay, good thing the problem walay salvage value. Again, good thing the problem walay salvage value. But if there is salvage value, okay, di ba? Because again, straight line, the base amount is depreciable amount. Depreciable amount. So therefore, depreciable amount, that is cost minus pag inani ang problem, di ba? Carrying amount minus the salvage value ka diretso. But in the problem, walay salvage value, therefore, the depreciable amount is equal to 1.8 million. Therefore, starting 2018, straight line na. Question, pila na lang ka years na bilin? Okay, 3 years na lang, di ba? 3 years na lang. Kay prospective, so 3 years na lang na bilin, divide 3 years, that is now your depreciation expense equally. So that is 600,000. So that is depreciation expense for 2018, 19, and 2020. Okay, that is 600,000. Okay, so answer for number 1, because the question is December 31, 2018 depreciation expense. So the answer is 600,000. 600,000. And then second question, how much is the accumulated depreciation? So you add the 3 depreciation for the 3 years. So 600 2018, 1.2 2017, and 2 million for 2016. So therefore, pila total ana, that's 2M plus 1.2, that's 2.2 plus 6. Sorry, that is 3.8. million. So that's the answer for accumulated depreciation, 3,800,000. That's answer for number 2. Number 3, what is the carrying amount on year 3? Therefore, 1/8, that is the carrying amount starting January 1, 2018 minus 600, that is 1,200,000. Or balik ta sa formula, cost, pila gani ang cost nato, you have 5 million, pila mong accumulated depreciation, that is 3.8, 3.8, and therefore your carrying amount on year 3, 2018 is 1.2 million. Okay, that's the correct answer. Okay, kung gusto mong shortcut, di ba that is tinamban way. Kung gusto mong shortcut, ano na siya, 5M times 60%, kay 2 years times 60%, pila na? 5M times 0.60 times 0.60, kay 2 years ra, 1.8. Muna ng carrying amount starting January 1, 2018. Divide ka dito sa 3 years, nga na remaining balance, 600, that's the depreciation expense. Okay. So, depreciation expense, pag-compute sa accumulated depreciation po, that's 5M minus 1.8. So, money mo accumulated depreciation katong nag-double declining ka. So, that is, ilan na? 5 million minus 1.8. That's 3.2 million plus the 600. That's 3.8 million. That is the accumulated depreciation. Okay. Tapos, carrying amount, so 5M cost minus 3.8, that's 1.2 million. That's the carrying amount. So yun ra, di ba? Di ba? Simple ra. Okay, so di ba? That's the answer for problem 2. Questions, clarification. Sayon pa, sir. Actually, sayon ra gid ni pag-depreciation. Bantayin lang gid ninyo ang method nga gigamit. Tapos, ang medyo tricky aniya kay, like for example, dili January 1 gipalit, like June 30 gipalit, tapos same method. Tapos ang question kay 2018 nga depreciation, 2017. So dapat, ang sa 2016, dapat naka 6/12 na siya. So kana yung bantayan, karos agi purchase ang PPE. So mula na medyo trick ani nga problem. Di na sayon og sagulan og borrowing cost. O di ba sa case study, nag-borrowing cost na, di ba? So pila ka years gi-construct? I think 2 years ba to or 1 year, tapos di ba? You start depreciating the qualifying asset once complete na siya, di ba? Tapos na pag ito lalay nga method dito, di ba? Nag sum of years, tapos naging ani. Di ba? So kato nindot kito nga problem, very comprehensive. Okay, so let's proceed with the last problem. Okay, murag depreciation na gid ato na discuss karon, no? So sige lang, importante man pud siya. Okay, so problem 3, let's read the problem. Spider-Man Company owned a machine that was bought on January 1, 2015 for 3,760,000. The machine was estimated to have a useful life of 5 years and a residual value of 240,000. The entity used the sum of years digits method of depreciation. On January 1, 2018, entity determined that the total useful life of the machine should have been 4 years and the residual value is 352,000. Gain na sa problem 2, change in depreciation method ra siya. Diba? Change in depreciation method. Problem 3, duha ka book ang na-change. Diba? Change in useful life at the same time, change in salvage value. Okay, what if dungagan pag ginato, change in depreciation method? Pwede kayo na siya. Okay, but in the problem, duha ra ang gihatag. Naluoy gamay. Sige, luoy ta gamay kay So change duha lang siya. Okay, so mo ni di ba duha lang siya na dire. So question right now, on December 31, 2018, compute the following. Okay, December 31, 2018, compute the following. You have number 1, depreciation expense. Number 2, accumulated depreciation. And number 3, carrying amount. Sige daw, di ba? Type your answers. So I'll wait for your answers, di ba? If you have, sige, magulat ko og mga pila ka minutes to answer the problem. That's 5 minutes siguro, kaya na na. Ana, i-share lang yung answer, di ba? So, i-type na yung answers. Wala paghapon. Uy, wala gyapon. Sa naman eh. Kinsay mo answer, ibatagan ako plus point sa exam. Merry Christmas, food client. Wala mo answer. Wala mo try. Sure na jud. Wala game mo attempt. Manawag na lang ko manawag ko kay mo maningog. Sige, try lag answer, di ba? So, base di ay tama ra or wala gyud. O dira sa nagtan-aw sa Facebook, sina mo'y answer dira. Check na to kung nabas day answer. Nay nag-answer. Nag-answer sa Facebook, number 1, 592,000, number 2, 3056, 3,056,000, number 3, 352,000. Okay, sige. Okay. Since na nag-answer isa, so let's check no kung tama ba niya answer. So, answer ni Ira. So, number 1, 592,000 daw. Number 2, 3,056,000. Number 3, 352. Okay, let's check. Okay, let's check. So, Okay, so let's answer. Okay, so let's answer the problem. So here, okay, so Spider Company, so January 1, 2015, gipalit ang property or this a machine. The cost is 3,760,000. Okay, the machine was estimated to have a useful life of 5 years and a residual value of 240,000. Therefore, 3,760, 5 years useful life, tapos na salvage value na 240,000. Okay, so the machine was estimated, the entity used the sum of years digits method of depreciation. So on January 1, 2018, the entity determined that the total useful life of the machine should have been 4 years and the residual value is 352. So naitabo, instead nga 5 years, naimo siyang 4 years starting January 1, 2018. Instead nga 240 ang salvage value, naimo siyang 352,000. Okay, so sige, let's compute tinambanta. So sum of years digit, so 5 years siya, that's 5 times 5 plus 1 divide 2, so that is lagyan na 15. Diba, denominator. Okay, so you have cost, pila ang cost? 3,760 minus the salvage value of 240,000. Therefore, that's 3,760 minus 240. That is the depreciable amount is 3,520. Okay, that's for year katong January 1, 2015. So, since ang question 2018 man, so diretso na ta dito 2018. But again, ang kanos anay tabo ang change on useful life and the residual value on January 1, 2018. So, from January 1, 2015 January 1, 2015 to January 1, 2018. Pila na siya ka years? That's January 2015, 16, 17. So that is 3 years ang nilabay. Therefore, we need to compute the updated carrying amount at the end of third year or the end of December 31, 2017. So since sum of years digit 3 years ang nilabay, so that's 5 plus 4 plus 3, that is 9, that is 12 divide 15. Okay, so salvage value, depreciable amount na 3,520 times 12 divide 15, ilan na? That's 3,520 times 12 divide 15, that's 2,816,000. Therefore, that is your accumulated depreciation at the end of third year or December 31, 2017. Pila ang cost? The cost is 3,760,000. Therefore, the carrying amount on December 31, 2017 is 944,000. This is carrying amount 1231.17. Okay, 944,000. Starting January 1, 2018, the useful life nahimong 4 years. So tanaw niyo pila ka years ang nilabay? Pila ka years ang nilabay na? Pila na ka years? 3 years, di ba? 3 years. Therefore, pag change og 4 years, pila na lang ka year ang nabilin? Okay, 1 year na lang ang nabilin, di ba? Therefore, the 944,000 carrying amount on December 31, 2017, okay, 1 year na lang nimo sa i-depreciate. Di ba? 1 year di mo sa i-depreciate. So, naitabo. So, ano yung tabo? 944,000 ang iyang carrying amount on December 31, 2017. Okay. Question karon. Last year, di ba? Unsa to'y concept, unsa to'y ingon sa standard, di ba? At the end of the last period, di ba? At the end of the last period, dapat the carrying amount of the property, plant, and equipment is always equal to what? Always equal to your residual value, 'di ba? That's correct. Equal to your residual value. This is the last year, 'di ba? This is the last year nga gamiton siya. Okay. So dapat on December 31, 2018, pila iyang carrying amount? Pila carrying amount on December 31, 2018? Pila? Carrying amount on December 31, 2018. This is the last year. Last year of useful life. The answer is 352,000. Sir, unsa na 352,000? That is the new residual value. Di ba? Na-change ang residual value. Instead of 240, nahimo sa 352,000. Therefore, at the end of 2018, the carrying amount of the machine should always equal to its residual value, which is, di ba, na-revise. Again, di ba, prospective application karon sa na-change January 1. Therefore, imong gamiton nga residual value on starting January 1, 2018 onwards is 352,000. Therefore, the carrying amount on December 31, 2018 is 352,000. Question karon, di ba? Pila ang imong accumulated depreciation? So work back lang ka, di ba? So pila mo i-minus dire? That's 944 minus 352. Tama ba? Tama ba? Okay, so that's 944 minus 352. Or kung atong kanon, that's cost minus 352. Tama ba? Isa. Sige, tama ni. 944,000 minus 352, that is 592. Okay, therefore, the 592, unsa lang 592? Mali ni. Dili ni accumulated depreciation. The 592,000 is your what? Okay, depreciation. Ano man, updated naman ka, di ba? Updated naman ni. Nabawasan na minimum accumulated depreciation for 3 years, kaning 2816. Therefore, for the current year, 2018, pila imong depreciation expense? So, that is 592,000. Okay. So, therefore, how much is your accumulated depreciation? So, that is 592,000 plus 2816 plus 592. Then the answer is 3,408,000. Yes. Therefore, the answer for number 1, depreciation expense, is 592. This is number 1. Okay, this is number 1. Then, accumulated depreciation, you have 592, 2816 plus the 592, that is, pila ni? That is 3,408,000. Okay, that is number 2. Number 3, how much is the carrying amount? The answer is 352. Okay, di ba? So, actually, kung tanawin niyo ang problem, dali na siya kay carrying amount equal to residual value because this is the last year. Di ba? 352. Tapos, work back lang dahil ka to compute the depreciation expense and, di ba, to compute the accumulated, so total lang ni mo siya. Okay, that is how you compute problem 3. Question. Question. Okay, walay pangutana dira sa Facebook na nagtan-aw basin na mo'y pangutana. Question. Wala na? Sir, gikan gali sa 12/15 sir pag-compute. Kanang 12/15, di ba? Sum of years digit man ta. Di ba? Sum of years digit. So since ang denominator nato is 15, so bali ang first year 5/12, ang second year 4/12, ang third year that's 3/12. So atong gibuhat, since we compute the accumulated, di ba? This is the depreciation expense on year 1, depreciation expense on year 2, depreciation expense on year 3. So akong gibuhat, gi-add lang ako numerator. 5 plus 4 plus 3, that's 12/15. So 3 years na siya nga accumulated depreciation. So kana siya. Katong shortcut bitaw to compute the accumulated depreciation. Okay. Napay question? Wala na pangutana. So kada lang ato i-discuss karon no depreciation kay siguro hubog na pod mo. It's 11:30 naman pod. So but still, di ba, part sa exam, ang wala nato na discuss is you have the depletion. Depletion is same with depreciation, but the asset involved is a wasting asset lang. Okay, katong mga natural resources kana sa mga mining companies, so that's applicable for those companies. Katong depletion. So ang mo deplete, 'di ba, ang mga natural resources, kumbaga ana siya. Kung nakuha na ang mga ang gold or unsa pa nga mga minerals within that area. Okay. Tapos we also have revaluation. Okay, di ba? So revaluation model, we revalue the asset, that's revaluation surplus. So say revaluation surplus si sobra, ni-increase ang value sa imong asset for that certain period, di ba? So you need to compute the revalued cost, you need to compute the revalued accumulated depreciation. At the same time, you need to compute the revalued carrying amount. Tapos part of the computation of the subsequent measurement, di ba, formula under cost model and evaluation model is the impairment, computation of impairment. Therefore, appeal ang impairment loss, di ba? So, I will just provide kanang summary for katong wala na to na discussed. I think depletion, you have revaluation, and even impairment. So mag-provide kog summary. Tapos, di ba, deadline for the final requirement, Lunes ba ito akong na-input? So, pag Monday ito na ako ipasabit, no? 21, saan na 21? So, Monday. So, dapat, pwede ra ba ma-move og Sunday para maka-upload ko og answer Sunday pod or Monday kay para na pa mo time mag-study, di ba? Wednesday ra ba tong exam? Sige ako lang to i-move so Sunday lang sir deadline ato kay para mag-upload kog answers solution ato Monday para mas studyhan ninyo Monday, Tuesday tapos before the exam on Wednesday. Okay, kato it's very comprehensive problem na to siya so pwede na to siya para sa katong other chapters. So I'll just provide a summary sa katong remaining topics. So still part of the exam. Part sa exam. Okay, questions. So far, no? So, exam will be on Wednesday, di ba? 23. So, ito yung suliton, no? Sir, unsa coverage sa exam? So, coverage sa exam, since it's a final examination, balik dito sa sugod. But 20% prelim to semi, 80% PPE ta. So 80% siguro or 70%. So basta mostly of the questions PPE ta sa final coverage na to. So kahagit ta nag-start, inventory man ta nag-start, di ba? Inventory, investments, tapos property, plant and equipment. So amount ng coverage niya. It's a multiple choice question sa gyapon tanan. Sige, questions pa. Mga 50 to 70 items. 3 hours, 3 hours exam. Mag-provide solution. Ako ra tan-awon. Kay ako pang magbuhat pa kog example kung necessary pa ba ang solution. Ano di kung mag-solve day mo, di day mo mag-solution kung mag-answer mo exam? Di ba? Magkuan man mo, magsulat man mo sa papel, di ba? Kung mag-problem solving. Wala na yung pangutana. Di ba? So this our last meeting, di ba, for this semester, no? So nahuman although na uban na kanang wa jud nato na discuss, di ba, online. So manahom na tong first semester, last na lang next week. So naka-survive man gyapon ta, no? Even gabi ka struggle lang online. Okay, so far, kumusta man inyong online for the whole semester? Lagi mo maningog. Hopefully, no, face-to-face na yun next sem. Times 2 ang stress compared sa normal say. Agree ko ana, times 2 yun ang stress, no? Kaysa sa normal. No comment daw. Ano no comment man? So even kami sa ako po dili ipog ko di ko ganahan sa online kay struggle kayo ang online. Last man standing ta next sem se. So hopefully maka face to face na ta next sem kay para makita na ko inyo mga naong no kanang magbunot-bunot na tag index card, di ba? Kanang mga kulbaan na mo, kanang ana ba? Di ba? Dire kay di man pwede raman mo di mo tingog dire, di ba? Wa man ko mabuhat, di ba? So lahi ra gyud basta face to face kay atong mga bunot-bunot dira, di ba? So dire kay answer ninyo walang magawa si sir, di ba? Kay wa di ma-enforce, di ba? So may nang sa klase, di ba? May nang sa klase, di ba? Makabunot-bunot ta, online na lang, sir. Di ba? So gimingaw ko magbunot-bunot, magpa-oral recitation. Kamo wala mo gimingaw? Wala mo gimingaw magkuan? Mag-oral recitation, sectioning ba next sem? So yes, sectioning gihapon na next sem. Wala mo gimingaw og oral recitation. Ako gimingaw kaayo ko magpabunot-bunot og index card. No, pero online or face to face? Unsay ninyo, prefer ninyo when mag face to face, di ba? So even ako face to face gid ko kay Kapoy ang online. When mag-start ang klase next semester, di pa ko sure, wala pa calendar, siguro January man siguro or sayo kayo no. Gansi kay taaning calendar shift kay gansi ta kay nagamay ng bakasyon, wa na sem break, di ba? Pati Christmas break gamay ra kaayo. Di na ko paulion sa balay, magpuyo na kog lain balay. Anong di makapaulion sa yung balay ko mag face to face? Tama, tinod bitaw no, same tuition tapos lahi ra gyud ang face to face og ang koan og ang online. Lisod struggle kayo pud labi sa amo pud. Di mi sure kung nakasabot daw mo or wala kadi po maningog diri sa online, di ba? Pero pag sa actual bunot diretsog index card, di ba? Pangutana lagi. Wala na bitaw may pangutana ha sa paman be reminder for exam. So at least no na survive ya po nato ang online. So I know nagay mga sa ako nga part pod kulang gyud, nagay mga kulang nga wala gyud na discuss ang uban. Nagay uban na nagay mga kuan pod mga pagkukulang kumbaga ana siya. Nya lisod pod kayo i-adapt sa online. Volume 2 na ba next semester? So kung ako gapon ang maestro, mo start ko dili siguro diretso. Pero yes, sa prelim siguro balikan nato ni 'di ba kaning sa may PPE nga part intangible assets, but starting midterm yes volume 2 na ta liabilities na ta. Kapit naman tamaman sa assets, 'di ba? So nanata sa non-current PPE. So wala na ipangutana. Stream nag-promote naman ni Taylor Swift today. Bitaw, kumusta inyong assessment sa online? Sige, dili kung maulaw mo sa akong klase, 'di ba? Sa other classes ninyo, 'di ba? Kapoy ang uban. So ang face to face, mas kapoy bitaw ang online. Ako mas kapoy ang online kay ang preparation gasto. Pero sa kapoy biskan holiday na anak ka feel nako. Pwede biton ako pod mo agree ko anang face to face ang majors as online ang minors. Nagunoon. Blended. Mao na ako nadunggan blended daw pero wala pa gay koan sa school. Happy lang Teo sa nature. Sago gid kay yung Teo no. Okay naman yung mga minors ba kay ma-search raman ninyo. Diba kanang mga sa pana anang mababasa ra ninyo pwede ra online kay ana pero ang Teo di ma-search. Pero ang accounting na ma-search lagi pero di pod pag answer nag problem na majigid. Murag nagid may hugot sa yung Teo no. Hala, ang Finman to. Hala, oy, ma'am, sir, ma-search ba inyong Finman? Sa to nag-ingon, Clint no, Clinton no. Nasakpan na noon, di ba? Actually kana nga mga subjects gyud makuha na gyud na siya kay daghan kayo sources online mga management nga subjects. Pero kaning mga FAR ninyo, mga law ninyo kana di gyud na siya lisod na siya pangitaon kanang mga kuan lisod gyud. Although same application pero kuan siya, same concept pero pag-apply ba lahi gid siya. Nga ako di po ko otrohon gid pud ako mga pangutana, di ba? So kabalo ko resourceful kayo mo, di ba? Karon nga mga panahon, so kami dapat mas resourceful pud mi, di ba? Karon nga mga panahon. So kana kabalo naman pud mo sa akong style, di ba? So lisod jud kayo siya ipang search. Lisod po, no, 1,000 words. Ala, ako na i-copy paste be, screenshot taning mga kanin ko dire. Ta musta ang exam sila ang tamang Quizlet lang ma'am. Wa gyud ko baluan na sa mo ba. Naday mga Quizlet. Gabi no, gabi gid mo ka master no, master. Kisa gay yung instructor si Ma'am Koan, si Ma'am ala tag-anta mo. Si, maday ni si oh. Tawa ba? Wa may mga naday mga Quizlet ang FAR. Ako wala ko kabaluan na may mo kabalo mo. Wala na may klase higher exam. Edit. Try search sir. Gi-search mo na niyo ng mga Quizlet no. Amo na pangitaon be, pangitaon ang mga Quizlet be. Kay akong pangitaon pod. Di tay ko website. Ay, kuning ma'am din atong mga estudyante ma'am mo Quizlet lang malakas. Oh, basta kato na to ha. So, tana na-enjoy ra pod ninyo ang klase no biskan online, di ba? Kalas load pero wala man mo'y baon, di ba? So, nagngisi atong mga parents ana dira no. Akong anak naras balay di na mamiliti, di na di ba? Di na matagag baon, mapunay reklamo sa mga estudyante, di ba? Kamo gyud pordoy. Kami kay biskan nara sa pero naga punoy baon, di ba? Kami biskan nara sa balay. Nawad-an na miga na sa Finman, sir, kay way klasihay. Hala, sige. Pinsat na ko ni. Unsa may yung pinaskuhan? Dapat ka mo na pinaskuhan sa ako. Unsa may yung pangayoon? Nakoy kuan dere na may mga sa may na address balay. Ala, kuan ako gibikil akong vitamins dira oh. Oy, bitaw. Gibikilin niyo ha, cut off like sir. Paliti ko ninyo katong pang pa-bright Nag-inom gani ko ato, kamo na ba, di ba? Dili o inom. Oo, may kwarta, sir. Wala mo na may baon, no? Sorry. Dili ni dapat ko ma-advertise sa inyo kay wala mo na baon. Okay, sige, basta kato. So kung may Pasko naman dahil no, Pasko naman dahil. So tanaw na to, di ba? Tanaw na to inyong grado, tanaw na to kung makaya ba. So if wala na pangutana, wala na pahabol dira. Grabe maning fan ni Taylor Swift dire ay. Sana all no? si Jade way sudlan na yun, no? Oh, pila ra ni dire 25 ra ni kabuk dire. Mang uban. Naay na sa Facebook pero gamay ra pod. Ako man yung screenshot kay naay plus points ang naa karon. Di ba? 25 ra ni, 23 ra gid ni. Tapos akong tan-awon kisa tong nag-participate gaina, kisa tong mga nag-answer, katong wala yung nag-answer. Wala na. Sige, last meeting man di ba? Picture na lang ta, di ba? Dili na lang ta mag-picture sa kuan. Pakita mo, di ba? Last meeting na ni. With matching music ta. Sa to ipa-stream.
Billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance floor to run on.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride.
Sige.
I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way I like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating.
Ready.
The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah. I got you.
1, 2, 3.
You're my starlight. I need you.
Again.
All night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight.
1, 2, 3.
You're my starlight. I need you. All night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating.
I'm one of the greatest, ain't no debating on it. I'm still levitated, I'm heavily medicated.
Right.
Ironic, I gave him love and they end up hating on me. She told me she loved me and she been waiting. Been fighting hard for your love and I'm running thin on my patience. Needing someone to hug, even took it back to the basics. You see what you got me out here doing? Might have threw me off, but can't nobody stop the movement. Let's go. Left foot, right foot, levitate. Pop stars, do a leap with the baby. I had to lace my shoes for all the blessings I was chasing. If I ever slip, I fall into a better situation. So catch up, go put some cheese on
guys,
it, get out and
thank
get
you.
your bread up. They always leave when you fall,
you
but you
next
run
time.
together. Weight of the world on my shoulders, I kept my head up. Now baby, stand up, cause girl, you